my first semester at Seattle, and I remember him and our mentors down in that Seattle trip talking about how fantastic it all was. And then when we all finally went and watched the 2007 group slideshow, I was blown away that this was actually an opportunity for anyone. And I think it was definitely the art that got me there. I remember one photo of one of the group members standing in front of Botticelli's Primavera, which has been one of my favorite pieces of art for as long as I can remember. And that just stuck with me, and I remember thinking, I have to do this. I'll really do whatever I need to do to get there. I've been doing art for as long as I can remember. I've done clay and painting and things like that. In high school, I took a course called, it's something civilizations, and it went through from the beginning of civilization and went and explored these cultures through their art. And that pretty much got me hooked. And then when I went to Capilano College, I ended up taking pretty much every art history course they had, and that was all pre-CET. And so by the time I came here and figured out that this program existed, I was kind of ready to see all this stuff in person. I think my favorite thing in just day-to-day living there was getting out alone in the city and just wandering. You discover things you wouldn't necessarily if you were with a group, with all the distractions and chatter and things like that, and you really get a feel for how the city moves and breathes and sort of exists. I loved how we could all be silly and random and goofing off, and then when it actually came down to doing something, we turned into a machine, and that was it. And there's still that level of fun there, but it was all very regulated and organized, and we're like, it's just good ideas, it's just process and getting everything done, and you could just turn it on and off like that, and I think it made all the actual work a whole lot easier. The everyday stuff, the hanging out, we'd go out at night and sort of find a place in Rome or Florence and sit and watch the people and talk about what we've seen and what we were doing here. Besides that, I think it was the nights that we would do big group cooking things when we made the risotto, or Jay and Ross did the chicken adobo, or things like that. It was, I don't know, it's the day-to-day experiences that bring you closer to each other, and when it's all over, those are the things you miss the most. Bring a terabyte. Bring your own one. It'll save your sanity. Besides that, I think the most important thing would be to get outside of your normal routine. If you normally eat a certain thing for breakfast every morning, even just switching that up. Try and interact and get to know the people that you didn't know that well before coming over there. And